thing of beauty is nearly there. So now when you're laying this stuff down, you're thinking about your most traveled area, right? Since the door's there, tub's here, so we want to have no seams on the traveled area. So your mix should be soupy enough to pour out of the bucket. What I'm using here is a 3/16 V-notch trowel. And that'll leave a pretty good groove for anything to bond to it. Line it up, and we just want to set it right down on top. I'm going to do this according to the manufacturer's specifications, which is to put the corner strips in here. And this is a fairly involved process, but we're going to do a corner piece in here and then waterproof the whole thing. It's pretty foolproof, but if you build it up too much, or you'll start to lose your 90 degrees in the corner, which is very important. So this tool here, the drywaller's corner trowel, is a technique that I've just been using to make sure I keep a 90-degree corner. And all you want to do is make sure that you're spreading out, pushing out the thin set a little bit from behind the membrane. The moisture in the thin set, the soupy mix, will start to get sucked into the dryness of the backer board, and my curdy may not bond properly. So I got to be very quick here, go all the way around, start the sheet here, go all the way around. We'll start in this corner, and we'll do this whole sheet from the center down and up, just the way the lines are going. Yep. And then up. Start at the words in the middle, go down. And once you've got that corner good, like you see that mortar start coming out like that, then don't mess with it anymore and try not to pull it off the wall. So here we can see our overlap starting to take place. This piece is going over the corner piece that I put in earlier. And then we're gonna do another one across here. We're gonna do the tray, and we're gonna actually completely waterproof this bathroom, which is gonna be wicked.
See, this one here goes with these two colors, right? Especially the black. This will be the bathroom floor there.
All right.
The only other thing is paint. So today, we've come in, now the drywall's up, the plaster's done. We give it a primer coat so we can see any imperfections, which we see minor. Something so minor like this, I love it. That easily is filled later with a little bit of dry decks. And object now is to tile and paint to the tile. So we will today tile this area and the floor and start the other bathroom as well. Before you know it, sink, toilet, trim, paint, out. Well, I've already checked everything and put up pieces of tile and marked it off to see how it would fit in the back wall. We should be almost perfect with the back wall. We may have to cut a sliver off of that side.
Right.
So I'll start on this side. Our tub is level. We've designed it that it has a 1/16 of an inch inflow, so we'll make sure that our tiles are just off the bottom.
At the
just
back. Okay.
Same distance as a grout joint.
Right.
And I'll start here. Once I get this area done, you continue, and the two of us will just try not to rub elbows. And
That sounds good.
Did you bring a rubber ducky?
No.
Now, something else we want to do, I don't care which way we start. The idea is to do a horizontal grid line, not vertical, because if it's vertical, it tends to slide down. Horizontal tends to hold it in place. So you can start any way you want to get the wall.
Go that way.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Damon, I actually want to start just above the tub, okay?
Yeah.
The idea is that I'm going to push it down rather than let it fall down. So I'm just going to push it to where I want it.
I see.
And it'll stay there rather than trying to pull it up or anything like that.
Right.
Now, we have a mesh back. Because we have a mesh back, we don't have to butter the back of the tile.
Okay.
So we'll just trowel the wall, put them in place, make sure we rub it all in so it grabs nicely.
Okay.
Just wonder if we do a border right there.
Oh, that'd be nice with the other tile.
Yeah. So what do we think? 2, 3.
I like 3.
I like 3 too. I knew I wanted to add some extra color to it, so I thought, you know what, we'll create a border. This is a great solid color to continue out the tub, and then break it with a border. And as we go, I may step back and add another one in, but normally to keep your border low looks really good. Instead of having it high,
I really like it the way it is.
Just the one?
Yeah, I really do.
Keep it low.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna agree with you. Just keep it simple. Mud it right up to here. Head across.
Two sections.
You mud, I'll tile. Last tile is really a pain in the butt, but it looks gorgeous when it's up. Now this is obviously a back to the tile, and what they've done is it looks like they painted it so much that our thin set that we use doesn't bleed through it. The important thing, honestly, is to take a look at it and see if you see any bad tile sitting in place. If you do, cut it out now. Because once we adhere it, we can't see it, right? Now we're going to put up all these tile, we're going to let it set a bit, we're going to wet this down and then pull the paper off. If you pull it off too soon, you pull the tiles off. Honestly, this is some of the hardest tiles to lay. If you want to look at another hard one, it would be granite on the floor, because it must be perfectly straight. This is forgiving because it's less than 1 inch by 1 inch, and each tile, it is forgiving, but at the same token, I can't see the tile. Fun? Wow. Maybe we can leave the paper up and freak them out. It's grabbing it good, I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good trowel for backsplash.
Like any other tile, you really got to have a good eye to look at all your lines. The real problem is having paper in front. I'm going to concentrate that I'm nice and true on this, and I can feel it actually by running my hands over it and making sure I have the same space in between each and every row. By having that, I'm going to make sure that I'm in line within reason. Because it's a small tile, we can maneuver it and manipulate it, and really it works to our advantage. It's something you take your time on. We're talking $3,000 worth of glass tile here. A lot of money. This adhesive is just grabbing it, so that's fantastic. Why do I always gotta pick the hard stuff? Always, always, always. Oh, don't keep it simple. Oh, no. Gotta go for the look, right? Could've used any towel. Could've used porcelain, could've used slate. No, I gotta take glass. All right, your turn. I'm wearing square by quite a bit. I'm not impressed. Holy crap, look at that. These three get done in the order that we have it.
Yeah.
Not on the top at all, not on the bottom at all.
I'm down with that. I like that.
Yeah?
Yep.
This wall to this wall is unsquare. I mean, our tub's right against the outside wall, so they'd obviously built the walls totally out. Yippee-yi-yay. Here we go. This shows you the importance of any time you're going to tile is to check the room for square. How do you do that? Do you just take the square and put it up in the corner of the walls? No. Lay out some tiles, compare it to the tub, what's it going to be like from the tub to the outside door, and then to start to determine how you're going to hide an unsquare finish. Personally, I'd like to come full tile off the tub, full tile off of this wall. I want two surfaces, so two walls that I'm going to come off of square. I'm not so worried about this wall with the cabinet, the toilet. But since I can't come off this, I now have to come off the tub and create the illusion that it's square. So we'll back it off, we'll do a cut against the wall so each cut goes in. Only a trained eye would see that it's unsquare, but we don't have a choice, because if we just went off the tub and tried to go off this wall, we'd throw the whole bathroom out. If you notice, you see how I lay my tile? I'll keep it close to the other ones, push it down and over. Trying not to allow it to ooze up in between, right? Just gonna push it down to create equalness. Cutting out for the toilet. So I'm drawing a circle. Doesn't have to be perfect as long as it's under the toilet. With the grinder, we can just take the wheel and cut around it, cut around it, cut around it, then knock it out. That's what I would like. I don't want to see a piece under the toilet. Big mistake. So we'll see how he does with the grinder.